Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I was gonna do a stitch with me with no music, but um, my daughter was like, "Mom, do some tag questions about Christmas." So I will. Those of you that don't know me, I'm Jennifer, Jen, whichever, and we are gonna stitch on a retired chart from Heaven and Earth Designs. It is Middle Earth, and this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I am down here in this little corner. I know the glare, I'm sorry. This little corner, and of course you can see where I cracked. But I'm down here in this little corner, and we're gonna work on that. And then we're gonna get started. I am stitching this on 25 count. I'm using a paper chart because I do not have a I don't have a um digital one to put on Pattern Keeper. So bear with me while I kind of get myself situated. I was trying to get situated and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to be good. So, yeah. So just bear with me a second here while I try to get stuff organized and try to get myself situated. All right, so I hope everybody's doing good. I am still getting over this cold. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of get started. And I'm doing, like I said, it's a paper chart, so I'm gonna try not to let you all see it. Where am I? Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing because I don't have my lap stand up here to be available, so it kind of sucks when I have to sit here and do it this way. Okay, we're gonna get started with the tag questions. Now, my kids love Christmas just as much as I do, and I haven't done tag questions in like forever. So we're gonna try this and see what happens and see if I can keep track while I'm stitching in the process. Okay, the first one is, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? I used to. But I used to let my kids open presents every Christmas Eve. But then because the only reason was because my parents never allowed us kids to do that. And when I when I got married and had a family of my own, we did that. But then as it got older, as it came along, I was like, you know what? That's just kind of wrong because, my kids get up on Christmas morning waiting for Santa Claus, but yet they don't get to open up, presents or whatever because, not it's not every Christmas that Santa brings, big presents. He brings stuff to put in their stockings, and that's about it, especially with just the older kids. But yeah, so I've been trying ever since little dude was born to not have presents opened on Christmas Eve. Just because I kind of wanted to uh be like my parents, and this is not working out the greatest. Hang on, trying to make it so I have a way to do this, and it's being difficult. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, we usually don't open them on Christmas Eve just because I don't know. Um, the next question, what holiday traditions are you looking forward to the most this year? Every year we watch either we try to like do it every other year, like Harry Potter one year, Lord of the Rings the next year, and just go back and forth between the two. And this year I don't know which one we're watching because I can't remember which one we watched last year. My daughter Miranda remembers these things, but I sure as heck don't because I don't remember. It's been a while. So it's like, oh, what am, I just don't remember. And it's bad when you don't remember. Okay. But yeah, usually we try to rotate between those because those are our favorite. And I like watching Harry Potter with the kids, and I goofed here. Um, Now if I start coughing, bear with me because I've had a cold and I still have it, so it's kind of like it's not a fun thing this morning. All right, the next one. Is your Christmas tree real or fake? It's fake. I wanted to buy a real one year, but that turned out to not happen only because I knew, especially, I was going to do it this year too, but um, with the fact I have two cats, it's difficult. And I didn't want to, you know, um, that I wasn't in the mood. And I've just been used to a fake one. And so we kind of stuck with that as always. Where am I? Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to remember where I'm at. Okay. But yeah, no. No, would I ever buy a real one? I don't know. Because number one, they don't last very long. And I'm used to putting my tree up the day after, Thanksgiving and keeping it up until Christmas Day, but or to New Year's Day, but yeah, I've never had a real one. My parents used to have a real one, and the only thing about real ones that I don't like is you always have to make sure that, they stay. You have to make my parents always prepared to have a real one. And they always had this, like, I think it was sugar water at the time. I can't remember. But they always had one and they always did that. And it was always my job to always put sugar water in it every couple of days. And that was no fun. And I just didn't want to feel that. I just didn't feel like putting up with all that trouble. So, no. What is your favorite Christmas film? Oh, goodness. That is a really good question because I haven't watched Christmas movies in forever. Um, mm, wow. That is a really good question. I think White Christmas with Ben Crosby. That's my favorite one. I have always loved uh that movie and my parents gave that to me a long time ago. Um, it was one of my very first movies I ever had for like a VCR. That's how old I am, guys. Believe me. And yeah, I always enjoyed that movie. That was one of my favorite movies of all time. All right. So now the next question is mm, where do you usually spend your holiday? All right, I'm gonna be honest, we don't go anywhere. We stay right here. My parents, they don't celebrate. I mean, they do, but they don't have a big thing like they used to. We used to go over there every year for Christmas but no, now since my grandparents passed like 20 some years ago, they don't really do that much anymore for Christmas. And they sometimes they do go out of town to, overseas to visit my sister, or they go, out of state to visit my other sister. It just really, really all depends on what they have planned now this year. I don't know. But no, we don't usually do anything. We just stay here and, you know, we try to make our own traditions. This year, there's really not much going on. And I think, and part of it is because I've been fighting this cold. And if it's anything like Justin's dad, we'll probably be stuck here for a couple, a while because, yeah, everybody's getting sick. First it was me, then it was little dude. Now it's me again. And, so, yeah, I don't think we're going to be going very many places. We don't usually go very many places. We just, I'm a homebody and I'm an introvert. So we really don't, go a whole lot of places. That's just me. So, I mean, I know I'm a boring person. And yeah. Okay, the next question is, what is my favorite Christmas song? Oh my, I have no clue. Oh my gosh. I think Rocking Around the Jingle Bell Rock. There you go. I forget. Um I think it's Brenda Lee. I can't remember. Yeah, that's my favorite song of the most. And White Christmas by Bing Crosby. I don't listen to very many Christmas songs. Those are my favorite. So, yeah. The next one is let's see. What is your all-time favorite holiday food and sweet treat? Oh my gosh, there is so many. Um, Good grief. Let me think about this a second. Uh, hmm. I'm gonna have to say my grandmother's coffee cake. Oh my gosh, I've never had coffee cake until my grandparents brought it one year for Christmas, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. I thought, no. And my parents always had this motto, you know, you're never gonna know till you try it. So I did. I tried it, and I was hooked. And I was like, yeah, this is my favorite. And every year until they passed away, that's what she did. She brought me um coffee cake and or sent it to me. So because, she as they got older, they couldn't very well leave, all the time to go everywhere, and sometimes they didn't always get there. So every year, I would get it. And not only that, my grandfather would give me Hershey Kisses every year for Christmas, and he would tell me they were from Santa. So it's yeah, those are my favorite two Christmas um holiday things, food, whatever you call it. Uh the next question, and let me make sure I got this in here, the where it's supposed to be. Okay, the next question. Be honest. Do you like giving gifts or receiving them? Both. I have not had a very good Christmas in a while. And I just like watching because I don't get very many Christmas presents at all. I guess because I'm just too old, or like everybody thinks I'm too old. But yeah, regardless, I like giving presents anyway. And I like watching my kids when they think, oh, I'm not getting this, even though they've asked me for something. And yeah, so either one is, you know, I like receiving and giving. So it is what it is. Okay, the next question, I think, I don't know. What is your favorite thing about Christmas? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. My favorite thing about Christmas? Um, Ooh, that's a good question. What is my favorite thing about Christmas? You see flashing light in the background? I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is with my camera. It might be because of my TV. Um, what is my favorite thing about Christmas? Um, I think when little dude and I track Santa Claus, he likes to track Santa on NORAD. So every year, we have it, set up, and I even have the NORAD tracker saved on my browser on the computer, and we sit there and I'm gonna tell you, every Christmas Eve, this is no lie, he every hour he's checking, and that's his thing. If he um That's kind of his tradition. He loves checking it. And it was funny, especially during COVID, because he was worried. This is how worried he was, okay? He was worried that about Santa coming on the Christmas. He didn't know if it was going to happen. He's like, "Mom, won't Santa get COVID?" I was like, "No, because he's a magical being. So he's not going to get sick." And yeah, that was a whole thing. So that was the fun thing of the whole thing. um when do you start getting excited for Christmas? Oh dear, that's a good question. I don't know. You all, they ask these questions and I don't know when to, I don't know. um I guess the day after Thanksgiving, because then I can get the tree up. And usually, also, I usually try to start getting Christmas ornaments stitched to put on the tree. And the last couple years, I haven't been doing the greatest with that, but this year I did. So, yeah, so it's usually the day after Thanksgiving is when I get really, really excited. And, yeah, so it just really, and not only that, when they start showing the Christmas, commercials and all that stuff on TV, that usually helps. And I don't know why this won't go in. There we go. Okay. What is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? Oh, dear. Why do they come up with these things that I don't know how to freaking answer? Or I don't have an answer for? Good grief. The best Christmas present I ever received. Um, I don't even know. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Because I truly don't. I don't know. I mean, I know over the years when I did dig tag questions around Christmas, I probably answered, but I really truly don't know. I have no clue. Um, Good grief. I, jeez, that is a good question because I have no idea at all whatsoever. Um, Good grief. I have to think about that one. What is the worst present you ever received? Um, hmm, man, I don't know. I really truly don't know. The worst present I ever received? I have no idea. That is, mm, I'm thinking. The worst present I ever received. Eh. That's that's yeah, that's I couldn't even begin to tell you because I really don't know. Um, hmm, I have no idea. That's one I don't know. As a kid, did a sibling ever receive a present that you wished was for you? Um, no, I don't think so. I think it was the other way around because, me being the oldest, they always, um, looked at, kind of wanted what I had, and um they kind of, wanted to be like me. So, yeah. Um even though that's not the case now. So, yeah, it I don't think that was no. I think and part of it is we were always raised to be thankful for what we got. So, yeah, I never was never like that towards um I was never like that, and they were never like that. So, okay, what would be your dream place to visit for the holiday season? Um, hmm. Oh gosh. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna be honest, the North Pole. I mean, there is a place, and I know that there is a couple places. I think there's a place in Alaska that, is considered, like the North Pole or whatever. So yeah, places like that. Um, especially for my kids, because my little dude wants to, has always wondered, what it was like. So yeah. And so eh, I mean, I'm sorry, we're boring people. Okay, next question. Most memorable holiday moment. Oh, gosh, I have no idea. Y'all, they come up with these tag questions and I don't know what to frickin' say because I really couldn't tell you. Um, Most holiday memorable moment. Oh my gosh. Um, hmm. Honestly, I have no clue. Um, hmm. I'm thinking. I know I'm not really prepared, but when you get as old as I do and you can't remember everything, um, there really wasn't there really isn't anyone that's memorable. I mean, it was always, family, so yeah, it's not really um nothing really memorable about it. I mean, okay, so do you make New Year's resolutions and do you stick to them? I make them every year, but do I stick to them? Not necessarily. Um, every year I have a New Year's resolution to stop smoking, and that doesn't always happen. Um, but that's, it is what it is there. Um, but most of the time, no. I found that I'm gonna be honest. I find that making New Year's resolutions are just counterproductive, at least for me. Now, anybody else, I don't know, but I just don't bother anymore. And I mean, I know that's sad to say, but I don't. It doesn't happen. Not anymore. Okay, what makes the holidays special for you? Uh, God grief. Number one, I love this time of the year anyway, and I always like it. So especially when Christmas vacation comes for the kids at school, then I get to spend time with little dude, and so we can make Christmas cookies for Santa Claus, and all that lovely, wonderful stuff. And yeah, it's what is the best part of Christmas for you? Same thing as that, as what makes a holiday special. I just like to spend time with the kids and, you know, share what they got for Christmas and so forth with them. It's always fun. Um, Next question is, you have been granted one Christmas wish. What will it be? Mm, hmm. To have an awesome Christmas. I mean, we have that every year, but I think it's, and I'm not, making people feel bad for me, but it's hard being a single parent, especially when, you're living off a monthly income that comes, once a month. And it's hard for, um, and it's hard for single parents. I know some single parents have more success than others, but it is very difficult for single parents, especially me, to try to give the kids uh, you know, awesome Christmases. And I mean, I was when I was working, but because I can't really work now, it's hard. And of course, even though I am doing 31, it's still kind of difficult sometimes. So it's, it has its moments. And, but yeah, that is really, and not, and I wish that people weren't always alone, and, um, you know, that everybody gets along on Christmas, basically. I mean, that's really the only thing, um, I can, uh, say for that. It just really, just depends. But, yeah. So, let me see if there's another question. I don't know how many questions are on this. All right, well, that's the end of that. My goodness. Um, and I'm not even sure how long this went on. Oh, it only went on a half an hour. Um, yeah, so if you want me to do tag questions, more tag questions, sure, please, you can send me an email. Um, that's listed below. But yeah, I'm sorry this is short, guys. I didn't realize it was going to be this short. I tried to make it last longer. And of course, it doesn't always happen that way. So, yeah. But I thank you guys for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed my Christmas tag questions. And if you have any questions or, comments or anything like that, please feel free to message me and comment below. And I hope you all have a great day. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Until then, guys, have a good day.